Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Reddit Raisins. Before the video start, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel to help it grow. Today's video is on r/AmITheA Hole. Am I the bad hole for immediately disowning my 14-year-old daughter after I found out she wasn't mine? I think I made a huge mistake by not including this in the original post, but I'm worried she wants a relationship with me simply for the child support, and I will not tolerate that at all. So I will keep this as short as possible, because I don't want it to blow up and risk people figuring out my identity point, and I'm just looking for genuine advice and judgment from few comments and not more. So I found out my 14-year-old daughter's isn't my biological daughter, but my wife Sap's daughter. And TBH, I always suspected this, and it wasn't out of nowhere as I had my doubts prior to this point. But never have I treated her differently compared to my biological children because of this. Never. So I immediately filed for divorce and decided to contemplate hard and deep about the role I want in her life. I was almost leaning for joint custody, where I get to see her once a week or something along those lines, and decided I will be paying child support. Until she and my ex came to house last month to discuss, and she said that she loves me so much, but I need to understand that I shouldn't expect to mean more to her than her biological father. So I lost it, and was so furious, and told them both to get the duck out, and good luck getting a dime from her broke dad. I feel really shitty about it, and I know I was the bad hole for that. But this is not what I'm asking. Will I be the bad hole if I decided that I don't want to be a part of the child's life, and I don't live in the US, so no laws that require me to pay or anything? Sorry for my English, I'm not a native speaker. Before reading the comments, I came to the conclusion that everyone here sucks except for the daughter. Maybe her choice of the word could be better. Op sucks because he is essentially and indirectly destroying his daughter's life by suddenly removing himself from the equation. As for his wife, I believe I do not need to explain why cheating is bad. The real victim here is the daughter. She has not done anything to deserve this treatment from Opus. Everyone sucks here. This child is not at fault for what the adults around her have done. Agreed. Op's in a tough spot, but it's not the daughter's fault. You raised her for her entire life, and this is just news to everybody besides your cheating wife. I agree as well. The wife could have admitted to her mistake years old, but it's not the child's fault. I think he's going through the emotions now, which is understandable, but to abandon her is silly. The wife could have admitted to her mistake years old. I agree with your comment, but this is so much more than a mistake. It was a choice she made to keep it a secret every day. Yes, the mother knew the entire time and is sabotaging Op by, most likely, coaxing the daughter to say hurtful things. It's natural for the daughter to want to meet and get to know her bio dad, just like it's natural for Op to be pissed at the wife and the reminder of her affair, but all in all, she's just a child. The bit which she says that he can't expect to mean as much to her as her real father is something she's done though. She is a child who is going through trauma with no security or reasonable guidance to help her contextualize things. This is a heinous and disgusting excuse. It's not a good excuse, but Op is going through a little bit pain as well. So I'd consider him snapping when somebody says something like this to his face pretty natural, and not at all disgusting. If you have been this girl's father throughout her life, and suddenly stop because you're not biologically related, then I'm sorry to say that yes, not the bad hole. Parenting is about a lot more than biology. I understand you were lied to, and I'm so sorry about that. It is inexcusable of your ex. But your daughter should never be blamed for that. Put yourself in her shoes for a minute. She believed you were her biological dad. She loves you. And then she found out she also has another father she has never met. She was not very tactful in the way she spoke to you about it. But again, she's 14 and in a very confusing space. If you disown her and cut her off now, it will harm her for life. She'll feel like she doesn't matter, only her genes. and it will prove to her on some level that you didn't deserve her love. Rise above that, mate. Prove them all wrong. Be the dad you have always been for her. Who knows if her biological father will even be willing to step up to that role, or if he can do it as well as you have. Please, don't punish your daughter, because she is your daughter for a mistake that was not hers. Be the big man here. Show her what a real father is. If both were under the impression that the daughter was his biologically for her entire life until this point, and have formed their relationship under that assumption, it's not fair to the child for you to just leave. Both of you just found out very upsetting news that will naturally alter your relationship in the future, but that doesn't mean you should just leave altogether. She said some hurtful things, but they were probably pushed on her by her mother and biological dad. She's undoubtedly very confused and stressed right now, so you can't take her actions personally. I'm assuming you do love her as your child, so why punish her for something completely outside of your control? I don't think you need to be financially obligated to her, but at least make an attempt to remain in her life. Even if it's not successful, she'll know you tried to be with her instead of just walking away and giving up. Not this, considering she told him to his face that he won't mean as much to her as the biological dad. Like WTF, how are you gonna disrespect the man who's raised you as his own and side with a deadbeat? I feel bad for what he got. Fetish it sandwich, not the bad hole. Everyone sucks here. 14 is a hard age, and honestly I'm willing to guess your backquote wife talked that stuff into your daughter's head. That girl may not be physically related to you, but you raised her, and if you still love her, you should let her know that. To disown someone who you raised as your own child is really cold. So unless you really just don't give a shit about her, you should be there for her, because I'm sure she has 4 more years of hell coming up with her mom and the affair partner. I said a lot of stuff I regret at 14 years old. Lots of it was from peer pressure. You don't know the full story. Keep that in mind going forward. This, I think, just needs some time to think and weigh all the options. Not the bad hole. Yeah, I mean your wife lied to you and leached off you for 14 years. Then your daughter told you that you don't mean as much to her as the biological father. Why would you want to be in their life at all? The personal insults were unwarranted on your side, but it's pretty minimal to what most people would have said in your position. Also, what's wife sad? Affair partner. Not the bad hole. You have raised her as your own until now. This is not her fault. Disowning her would be a punishment to her. Imagine basically being told, I know you raised me for my whole life, but don't expect to mean as much to me as my biological dad that I only found out about recently. That's what happened to Op. He was told that he didn't matter as much because he didn't contribute genetic material, even though he's been the only father in the picture for 14 ducking years. So now, after looking through the comments, there are many mixed opinions. What do you think and have to say? Leave a comment down below. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy. Please leave a like and subscribe and press the bell button for notifications when I post. See you in my next video. Take care and stay safe.